Sound check, 1, 2.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
And he knows as soon as he gives it to her, he's gonna give her his heart to her too.
And we'll have kids and get married.
That's too far.
Holy shit.
It is the 2nd of May, 2023. My name is Corey Winfield, and this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. Welcome. Again, this Tuesday from the North Studio. And that means Marnie can do a podcast from the North Studio. It's just we do have other options. And my last employee that was here was Justin Burke. So, Justin, welcome to the podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for working late.
Yeah, always.
That's what kind of happens, man. The last one here kind of gets stuck doing it, but it's not that bad.
No.
You're officially an employee of 217 Recovery. How's that going for you?
Amazing.
Ups and downs, depending on what mood I'm in, I guess.
Not so far.
Yeah.
I'm on the road.
Yeah, and you've been killing it, man, lately. Like, one of the things that we do is we take people to and from treatment, and back in the day, I was looking for some help, and you're one of the people I trusted and was like, hey, Justin, can you get this person from point A to point B? And you're like, yeah. And you did, and you came back, and you're like, wow, that was amazing. I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to do this all the time.
Right.
And now
I remember that.
Yeah, and now you're doing that. Is it everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, it really is. I get to meet a lot of interesting, cool people and just be out on the road getting paid for it, It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mind taking people to or from treatment. It's just when I'm doing that, and then I'm supposed to write grants, I'm supposed to be in meetings, and like all the other stuff that came with it, it was just really, really hard to do. But now, we can have somebody do it like full time. Like, that's what you do.
Right.
And then when you're not driving, which has only been a few days so far, but yeah, you got recoveries, your recovery coach, stuff like that. And it keeps you pretty busy.
Yeah. A lot busier than what I was doing.
Yeah. And that probably did drive you nuts. And I look at that, like, that job would suck. I was just thinking about that the other day when I saw a posting for another job in the area. Whoa, who is it? Who's calling you? Is it wifey?
No.
Oh, is it bill collector?
No, I think it's one of my recoveries.
Oh, that mother effer. We should see, next time we'll have you put your phone to the Bluetooth so we can hook up to the board and we'll just answer it live. Like, hey, man. No, but what we were saying was that the recoveries, the rides, it gives you purpose, makes you feel good, as opposed to other jobs. And not saying, that they're bad, but maybe they're a little bit more space in between actually doing some stuff, and I think that's where this job will give you that purpose. And you've been killing it, bro.
I can call, check in on my recoveries when I don't have someone in the car, and it's just been nice.
Yeah, and especially now that the weather's getting nicer, in Michigan it's beautiful. Oh, wait till the fall. Like, you're just going to love it. And you're like, do I have to take anybody to Alpena today?
Right.
It's just a beautiful ride, man. And I used to think, well, but I wasn't getting paid anything, but I used to think, man, this is like awesome. Like, this is an awesome gig. I ride with somebody in the car with me when we talk recovery for a few hours. Then I drop them off, and then I continue my trip by myself, listening to music, listening to whatever, and looking at the beautiful scenery.
Yeah, it's definitely very serene.
Yeah, it's something, man. And not all the time will you be on the highway. I mean, it seems like lately, though, we've been having a lot of trips that are longer, and it seems like we are on the freeway quite a bit, or at least you are. But it's not always like that, Yeah, but it's cool, and I'm glad that you're digging it, because I was worried. I was like, man, I don't know. I mean, he said he'd love to do this every day, but every day, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
but,
so far so great.
And you drive a vehicle that's pretty nice, and it's pretty comfortable to drive. We got new tires on it. I mean, Bill Marsh and Braking Alignment Plus, they hook us up with, fixing us up if we need fixing. And they donate oil changes to us, which we need quite a bit.
Yeah. Like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's insane. The miles that we put on these things, and it's people like Breaking Alignment Plus and like Bill Marsh that support us, and we appreciate it so much. And that's why we always tell people, if you're in the Traverse City area, you need an oil change. Take the extra 5 minutes, schedule an oil change. Don't go to just one of those places you just drive in, drive out. Yeah, sure, that's convenient, but support the people who support people in recovery and the recovery community. That's how I look at it. And let me just rephrase this. We're in the early stages of planning like a recovery dinner, like a recovery community dinner. We're just going to feed everybody that wants to come out. And
Nice.
We're going to tell the recovery community, hey, come on out, you earned a free meal. And if other people want to show up, that's cool too. Come check out what we're about. We're all about that community life and involving as many people as we can. And I reached out to Nestle and their water company. And I was like, hey, we got this event going on and we'd really love your support and to show your support for the recovery community. We think that'd be awesome. You guys, they have a plant here in Michigan, and we'll get to that in just a minute. And they wrote me back and said, Mr. Winfield, we don't care about the recovery community. You guys can go to hell. That's pretty much what they said. And they even did it with, well, you looked at me like they really said that. It was pretty damn close, though.
Wow.
It said, we're not interested. And it said, on behalf of Hot Pockets, like their little stupid email they sent me, they had the wrong company name in there. So then I wrote them back and I said, well, I'm confused by Hot Pockets because we never reached out to Hot Pockets to ask them for some waters that we could distribute. But I will go ahead and let the recovery community know that Nestle does not care about them, and thanks.
You should try Ice Mountain.
And then they wrote back and said, oh, didn't mean Hot Pockets, meant Nestle. Thanks for letting everybody know. And I said, okay, you're welcome. So yeah, if you ever stop to get a water and it's between a fountain and Nestle, just go to the fountain, get you a little quick sip and be on your way. Or, choose a different brand. I don't know what brands are associated with Nestle. I don't know if that's a Coke product or not. I don't think so. Deshanti or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That is. But yeah, and Nestle, here's the funny thing about this you'll really love. They get their water from Lake Michigan. Don't you know? Yeah. And the real funny thing about it is you think, wow, the state of Michigan must be making a killing off of that.
Nah.
That's the problem. See, what Nestle did was they spent $500 and got a license. And like, I don't know if it was Whitmer or whoever was the governor at the time. They allowed this. I said, yeah, that's cool. Just get this license. It's $500 and you get the license and that's all you need.
That's horrible.
So they get all the water for free. Well, except for the $500 they had to pay for their little license. Yeah, ain't that some shit? And really, you can't give us, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool,
Couple
man.
bottles of water for an event.
Yeah, that's all right.
We're
man.
nonprofit, so
Yeah.
it's not like it's going to cost them anything. It's a tax write-off.
Who knows, man? Tax write-offs are overrated. Unless you want to donate to us, then feel free. It's a tax write-off. Donate at 217recovery.com. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of like a little bitter about that one. I don't know if you could tell.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
When I used to work doing volunteer firefighter stuff, Ice Mountain used to give away water to the local fire departments around Osceola County. So it fed over into Lake County, which is where I was from. And we used to go get all kinds of water for free from them, straight from the plant. So it might be something worth checking out because at least they support nonprofits.
Yeah, or at least, and I don't know how local that person was that I had messaged, but I did pull it up and found their location downstate here in Michigan, and that's what I clicked on and all that good jazz. But who knows, man? There's other places, I know Sam's Club, they're big fans of ours. So is Walmart, they're huge fans of ours.
Right.
And the recovery community. So I'm sure I could go to them and say, hey, can we get a few cases of water? And I think they would say, just take them. Yes. I don't think it would be that big a deal, but I just wanted to include, other people in it, as well that we haven't really reached out to before. And yeah.
Oh, well, one door shut, 10 open.
But they wanted me to, they thanked me for letting the recovery community know, Nestle did, that they don't really care about people in recovery.
That's awful.
So don't buy Hot Pockets either. Apparently, same company. The same generic email they sent out to everybody, except they just changed the recovery community and they did not change the name of the company. So that tells you anything.
That's horrible. Really is.
Yeah. It is what it is. But like you said, one door closes, 10 more open. So
That's right.
might be someone listening right now that's like, man, we would love to give you guys some water for your event. Okay. We'd love to take it. And we love to show the support back, just kind of like I did Bill Marsh and Breaking Alignment Plus.
Right.
That's what we do. So
you just bought another vehicle from them too, didn't you?
you were leasing it. Yeah.
Oh, leasing, buying.
Yeah. And they don't really hook people up on new vehicles. I mean, there's only so much they can do, but they got us into the one we wanted and, made it easy for us. So
That's
can't
what's
complain.
up.
Getting the license plate on Thursday, looks like.
Nice.
We only bought the vehicle on February 28th. So it's not that long ago. But we do have a nonprofit plate and it just takes a little longer.
Special paperwork.
Yeah. Those nonprofit plates, man, are pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Because you just pay like nothing and you get it for 5 years pretty much.
Nice.
It's kind of like getting water for free out of Lake Michigan. Yeah, we got jokes today.
I see.
And you recently were married.
Yes.
I know you were on the podcast before you were married and you were talking about it. I think April was even on the podcast before.
Yep.
Yeah, because, I'm not going to mention the gum chewing. Now she's probably going to listen and roll her eyes, but that's fine. Things going well?
Yeah, things are going great.
And you've been married before. I don't want to really bring that up too much, but how is this different?
Just the fact that how we support each other every day. No matter how dark our day can be, because not every day in recovery is rainbows and unicorns,
Nope.
So sometimes we do have tough days and we're there to support each other and care for one another, and make each other laugh no matter what's going on. So, I mean, it's great. I love it.
It's good. Being married. I've only been married once.
This is my second time.
You're younger. I'm not sure that has anything to do with it, but you, well, I know people that get married when they're like 20, 18, 19, 20, and they think, oh, this person, and man, to think that I am a completely different person than I was when I was then, so to go through marriage like that would be tough. And there are people out there that, I'm not saying they don't love their wife or love their husband, but man, they go through some changes together.
Yeah,
like that's a real test.
I mean, your 20s, you're pretty wild, At least I was.
Yeah. And to think how much you're going to change between 20 and 25 and 25 and 30 and then 30 to 35 and 35 to 40. I mean, we're constantly kind of changing. Marnie and I, we found each other, we're a bit older and we've already went through life realizing that nobody will ever marry us drunk. Nobody's going to stick around for that. So, if we wanted to get married and have that life, we needed to change some things, and we did. And I don't know, it's just something about being older. Like, I can see like I'm not settling and I'm going to go after what I want. I want someone who's going to love me as much as I love them. The big things about the marriage that when you're younger, You're just like, is she hot? Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Is it any good?
Yeah. What do you mean by that, Justin?
Oh, you know what I mean.
No, explain that. Is she any good? Like, is a good person?
Yeah.
Is Jesus going to accept her into heaven kind of
That's
thing?
right.
Okay, because I thought you were talking about something else. Maybe two, but nope. Yeah, but when you're young, like that's all the stuff that matters, all the stupid stuff that actually really doesn't matter. And when you get older, you can look at it as like, look, I think the person's attractive. She loves me. I love her. I can hang out with this person, and when I'm home, maybe alone, watching TV or doing laundry, whatever it is, I'm not dreading the minute she gets back. And when she does get back, I'm like, yay, wifey's home. You know, I've had relationships in the past, you know, where women have actually lived with me, and it was just like, can you leave? Because I need to just do something. Or I would just take off and just be like, I'm out of here, man, because I need to just be away from you.
Right.
And is that a sign of immaturity, of me just settling? I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, I've been in relationships like that before, you know. I'd rather be out fishing than be at home. And it's a sad reality because now I'm happy to be at home waiting for my wife to come home from work, or vice versa, you know. We're happy to see each other every day with smiles on our faces. Mm-hmm. Where before, you know, I can remember showing back up tanked or high as a kite and just not caring, you know. That's really messed up. Come to think of it, you know.
Yeah, and it's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. Like, it's just like you were settling.
Right.
You know, like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And okay. But I don't want to do it. So I'm going to go fishing and I'm going to get drunk and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to get high. I'm Justin. I'm going to do what I want to do.
That's it.
You know, and she's my wife, whatever. I'm a man. I do my stuff.
Right. I'm out for me, you know, and me only. And now, you know, I realize that's not the best way to be in life. Like I said, you know, I enjoy my wife a lot. We enjoy doing things together, which is abnormal. Like last fall, we took a vacation down North Carolina and back, you know, and didn't have one argument the whole time we were gone. It was on the road for 4 or 5 days together, you know, and that's a big accomplishment to go on a road trip and be stuck in a car with someone.
Well, how much duct tape did you bring?
None.
Killing it today. No, the reality of that is I think you're more mature. You weren't settling. You know, you found a woman that was the yin to your yang, you know, or the yang to your yin, whatever that goes. You know, she completes you, and it's kind of opposite, but kind of the same. It's a beautiful thing, man. And for example, I have a drone. I have not flown it yet. And this weekend, I wasn't feeling that well, man. I was trying to like avoid having COVID because I really don't want it again. I'm good on that, thanks. But I just wasn't feeling well, and I still kind of don't feel well. But this weekend, I was like, man, there's a break in the snow/rain that we have still in Michigan, and I was like, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna go fly my drone. But Marnie was home and we were kind of spending time together a little bit, and I looked over and I was like, thinking, should I ask her if she wants to go with me to fly this drone? And I do this a lot now. It really saves me some embarrassment and asking stupid questions. And I said, no, Marnie does not want to go fly an effing drone. Because it's like, with the wind chill, it was like 32 out. And I was like, she doesn't like being cold. Like, what is she going to do? Just stand there and watch me not know how to fly this drone?
Watch you lose it?
Yeah. And I was like, nah, I'm not even going to ask her. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my time with her. And I don't need to fly that drone today. Now, the old me, see ya.
See ya. I'm going to go fly my drone at the park.
Yeah, I might have asked her and then be like, well, I asked you if you wanted to come.
Right.
Like, look, I invited you to come with, you know, thought you'd want to spend time with me. And I would flip it and try to turn it into a whole, I'm the one getting wronged in the thing, you know, because she didn't want to go fly drones with me. Right.
I told you what I was doing, and you didn't want to come, so because you didn't say anything.
Yeah, you just sat here all pissed off. You could have came. You know, right. that would have been the old me. You know, easily. But the new me just kind of looks over and goes, no, she does not want to fly a drone. And you know what? I haven't seen my wife all week pretty much, so I'm going to stay here with her. And even if we just sit here and chill, we'll just watch TV, whatever, man. Like, just to be in her presence. And
yeah, me and my wife play board games a lot. Break the monotony of watching TV.
Yeah, they make those for couples now. I know Marnie wanted to get one It was like Life or Monopoly or it's something. It was like a smaller version of it, but it was like made for two people.
Huh. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think they had those at Walgreens at one point, but I'm sure you can get them on Amazon or wherever.
I like playing Battleship, Rummy.
Yeah, there's tons of things you can do, but just think about that next time though, when you're with her and you want to go do something you want to do and just, you'll probably kind of come to the same conclusion I did of, no, she doesn't want to do that. And there are times where she'll be working and you'll have that opportunity, or she'll go do her hair or nails or whatever, like there's plenty of times where Marnie will go do things that she wants to do, which is great, that I'll have that time to go do what I want to do.
Right.
And, just do it then. That's how I kind of look at it.
Saves a lot of headache.
Mm-hmm. It does.
I actually went pants shopping with my wife last night because she had to get some new pants for work. Huh. And she asked me if I wanted to go and hang out with her, and I was like, sure. She goes, you sure you don't mind? Like, we're going to go shopping for clothes. I'm like, no. It's time with you. I value that.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. It can be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not really.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like people and like being out with like tons of people. So depending on where you go, I guess, or depending what time you went.
It was like Burlington at like 7:30 at night.
Yeah, probably not too bad.
No.
But in Traverse City, things get crazy here with all the tourists, and they're hitting now, and the traffic lights you wait at, it's one to the other, all cars. It sucks. And I hit that the other day too, and I was like, man, this is just not fun. So that season's coming, unfortunately. But it'll be over soon. And
yeah, it only lasts for 3-4 months.
Fantasy football will be back, and we'll have that. Now, your wife was in the league last year, but she didn't really play. Do you think she's going to play this year for real, or what?
I think so. She wants to. She's grasping it better and better. Like, she didn't really know nothing about football like last year, so I had to kind of coach her through it.
Well,
I mean, which I should be pretty good. I mean, I've won twice in a row, so.
I think we'll do a draft party this year. And everybody will be there.
Yeah.
She'll have to draft her own team. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, they just did the NFL draft. So a lot of people around here are Lions fans. And we'll see. The Lions were good to us last year, gave us tickets. And I think I'll ask again for some. I don't know if they'll just keep picking us over and over, because I think a lot of nonprofits ask them for stuff.
Oh, you never know.
You do never know.
You better hit them up early.
Yeah. I'll look and see when I hit them up last year, but yeah. Can't wait. Football. It'll be here soon.
I know.
The stupid summer will be over.
Tourists will be gone.
What do you hate most about summer?
The heat.
That is second only to bugs for me. Because if you notice, like a couple weeks ago when it got warm, like all these little black bugs started coming out, and they like get up in your nose and your eyeball, and I'm just not a fan of bugs. So bring back the cold is what I say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't really care for the bugs. Flies.
Yeah, they're nasty, man. Like, how do they, like, that's how you know the devil made them. It's because nothing else can survive in this, but boom, here comes some bugs.
Like, I don't really care for spiders, but come summertime, it's like, I won't kill a spider because they kill every flying insect.
Yep. Jesus made the spiders.
Yeah. So it's really nice.
Yeah. Damn devil bugs. They'll bite you too, man.
Yeah.
You ever have one bite you near your crotch?
No.
Never?
Never.
Didn't you ever go swimming?
Yeah.
I haven't either. Just saying. It makes things awkward, though, I heard.
You could.
Well, that's enough of the awkward podcast. I think we're done for the night. We have to go talk at the treatment center. Anything we're going to talk about tonight with them?
Goals.
Talk about goals.
Maybe a little bit of my story because I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, whole new crew now.
You're right.
Yeah, and then I got to do a better job too. And this is something that's on like my personal list, I think, because you go 1 week and then Mitchell goes a week and then Adam goes a week. And the reason why I want you guys to come with me to do this is it feels good to give back. And when you leave, you feel good. And to show the guys that are in treatment, that, yeah, you can make it out. But I want you guys to become like better speakers, because I think like at some point you're all going to have a chance to go up and, do a talk one day.
Right.
And I want you guys to feel comfortable and I want you guys to kill it, and I think with you, and you've been doing it the most with me, going there, but I don't think I've ever sat down and been like, hey, Justin, let's go over last night. Let's go over this, let's go over that. I just kind of let you feel how you feel. And then I'm like, okay, but I'm going to do a better job of that. And just kind of help you guys, just showing up. You can learn, I guess, a little bit from watching other people do some stuff, but until you actually start doing it yourself, you don't really learn. And I'd say the best advice I could give anybody about speaking in public is the audience doesn't know you messed up.
No.
Just keep going. We all stumble, we all fumble, off our words sometimes, but you just keep going, man. And I used to think I had to have everything planned out to a T. And then all that did was make me even more nervous. If I go up there, which is kind of a general idea of what I'm going to do, like if I'm speaking at an event or something, because if I try to plan it word for word and this and that, I'm gonna flub it at one point, and then I'm just gonna go down with the ship.
Yeah.
And if you just have a general idea of things, and it makes it a lot easier. And then like me, I just like to go off on different topics all the time. So it's really hard for me to plan it out anyway.
Well, you've had a lot more interesting recovery life, I call it.
Yeah.
Before actually long-term recovery, Like you went around and you stayed at a bunch of different places. Me, I went to one treatment center,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really know about rehab. I just knew rehab was for quitters, and I never wanted to quit because I never thought I had a problem.
Yeah, I heard that many times.
But it's really not, it's designed to help yourself and get better and be a better person.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to shout out to Guiding Light in Grand Rapids. That was a program that I went through. And they had, and I'm going to assume they still have, a program called It's Back to Work program, where they have people that are houseless. I think that was what they call themselves now, or shelterless, homeless. I don't know. Anyway, they're on hard times and they need a little help. Well, Guiding Light at that time, and again, I'm just going to talk about then because that's what I knew. I know what was going on then as opposed to like, are they still doing it right now? I'm not sure. I would assume they are though. But people could come in there and you could live for 90 days and they'd hook you up, get you a job, and they would keep like X amount. Back then, I think it was like 30% of your check that they would hold. They wouldn't keep it. They would hold it. And then after your 90 days, they give it back to you. Here you go. And they would even, assist with finding you a place to live, an apartment, and all this other stuff. And you'd have the money to do it.
Nice.
And you just had to be sober and you had to, keep your area clean and, but just kind of be clean, and they also had a program in the back, which is a treatment center. It was like 9 months at the time. I think it could have went longer, but then they opened, sober living homes too. They were like apartments. I want to say they were called the Steel Horse. I could be totally screwing that up too. But at that time I was in defense mode of everybody was just trying to use me to get money from somebody. But Guiding Light is not funded by the state. They're funded by donations. So
nice.
There's a lot of stuff that, and not saying that the state's doing things totally wrong, but there's a lot of things
right.
that could probably change and be just fine. But, Guiding Light, they don't have to do those things, and they do run a really good program. But I said at the time, I thought everybody was just trying to take advantage of me and get money from me and rah-rah-rah. And that all came from the first time when I went to treatment in California, when the lady told me that I needed to be on some kind of medication so that way they could bill the insurance for double. And I was like, what? Like, what?
That's messed up.
Yeah. And so from then on until kind of the end, I really thought everybody was out for money. And till Riverwood and Benton Harbor sent me to treatment, and I thought they were going to make me do their outpatient again for the third time. And that's when I was like, wait, what? You're going to make me go away to treatment for long term? What do you mean long term? A year to 90? Whoa, 90 days to a year? How about we start 90 days? Like, what are you doing? But that's when I realized, no, maybe they're not all about the money, like I thought. But when that was my first go at it there in California, and then I get told that, and I'm just like, it's kind of a bad attitude to take with you.
Yeah, it is.
To 14 more places, but
what do you do? I mean, one bad place gives you a bad taste in your mouth, and you reach out to all these other places trying to get help, and you're just like, oh, well, they're just in it for the money.
Yeah. But Guiding Light, they weren't. And I want to say it's Iron Horse now. But they were like this apartment complex, and you were supposed to kind of graduate through the program. And you and I would both agree that long term a treatment place is better. We don't want to do that, and we'll make a million excuses why we can't. I can't go there for 9 months. Oh, don't worry, you'll burn your life down where you won't have nothing else to do for 9 months. So go there, go to a program that's really long like that, and take your time with it. Get to know yourself, especially if you're just going in for the first time. Like, you're going to have to find yourself again. You don't really even know who you are. All the drugs that you've been using over the years and drinking and all that, it's like,
it numbs you.
Yeah, and it's not really you. And
no.
You have to take your time with it. So going to a program like theirs, and then going to their Iron Horse apartment complex, and it was just you and another guy. So it wasn't crazy sober living, and yeah, you had to pay your rent and stuff. But you and the other guy were supposed to kind of hold each other accountable. And they were under the, I don't want to say thinking, they were under the rules, I guess, and thinking are that, and you'll agree with this too, if someone's in the house drinking or using, you're not doing them any favors by not telling.
Right.
There's so many people, and there's this whole jail, prison, gangster mentality of those snitches, man. It's not even snitching. Because first of all, they're messing with your sobriety.
Right.
And that is very disrespectful.
And at that rate, you're trying to save their life.
Yeah. Oh, but you got me kicked out. Well, guess what? If you're not an a-hole, they'll probably let you go through the program again.
Right.
Or send you to a different program and let you come back,
Exactly.
Because something's not right. If you're still trying to use or drink or something, and you're supposed to be in sober living, and you've had that much clean time, like what are you doing, man?
Exactly.
Something's still wrong in there, and either you don't have a good therapist or something's going on.
Or you're just not getting down to the root of your problems, your trauma,
Or
you're not being honest.
You got tricked by your brain again, telling you that, oh, you can just do it this one weekend. Scott's not going to tell on you. That's fine.
Right.
Scott, you can probably get Scott joined too. Which is really taking other people down with you. But yeah, Guiding Light, man, it was a pretty good program in Grand Rapids. And I really want to connect back with those guys again. I know Brian and Steve were head of the program back when I went through there in, was it 2017? But I was there a month. And I spent the first 2 weeks up front. That's what they call it, up front, with, the homeless back to work program. And then they let me in the back, and I was there for like 2 weeks. But then my back gave out, and I because I have sciatic nerve damage, pinch, whatever. And that started shooting down my leg, and I was like, nope. I was like, I'm not doing it here no more, guys. See ya. And they're like, you're a mama's boy. And I was like, yep, you caught me. you win. But I'm out of here. And yeah, I'd recommend that program. In fact, oh man, I just remembered I was supposed to write a letter of recommendation, because there was a lady that I met at the before and after incarceration dinner here in Traverse City that Tyrone took me to. And there was a woman in there. She was like, hey, you ever heard of Guiding Light? And I was like, yeah. And I started telling her about it. And she's like, I need you to write a letter of recommendation because my nephew is going to go there. And, and I was like, heck yeah, I'll do that. That'll be really good for him.
That was weeks ago.
Yeah, I forgot. It's not that I forgot. It was just
busy.
Yeah, sorry.
But I went and checked out a sober living house, a new one in northern Michigan in Gaylord, called Billy Jane's.
Yeah, it's Grayson's place, right?
Yeah, it's actually it's a really nice house. I want to say it houses like 8 females, 6 or 8.
Nice.
So I mean, it was a nice little spot. It's right downtown, so it was easy to find work and be able to commute. The Alano Club was only like a couple miles away, so if they wanted to, they could actually walk to meetings, like what we did at Nathan's house. You know, I mean, it was only like a mile or two to the meeting spot.
Oh, you walked to those?
Sometimes I didn't have a car when I first got there. You know, and like most of us don't. Some of us were lucky and still had a vehicle.
Yeah.
I did a county bullet, didn't have a car, lost it, did an impound, you know, and just went on about the day from there.
Yeah, but not far.
No, not too far.
Not far at all. And you would have walked way further to get your drugs.
Heck yeah, I would have.
You know, so that's kind of a good thing. And I'm sure you've found guys to walk with, and
Yeah.
you know, I know Tyrone gave you his bike.
Yep. I had his bike.
So that came in handy, I'm sure.
Yeah. Then after I got a car, I passed it down to someone else.
Nice. What if that bike's still going today?
Probably. It's probably still at Nathan's house, too.
Well, that's cool. Well, but you got to tour the house?
Yeah. It was nice. It's kind of, some girls slept on one side of the house, some slept on the other side of the house. But the kitchen was kind of like the dividing point. But it was still really nice. They had plenty enough bathrooms in there. It's full basement downstairs, I guess. I didn't get to see the basement. Grayson was in a Zoom meeting, so. But they got a big, spacious backyard. They have a little fire pit out back. They do talking circles every Friday night there. So they chair meetings right at the recovery home, which was, I thought was really nice.
Yeah.
Open to the public, I want to say.
That would be weird. But maybe.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining me on the podcast today,
Well,
Justin.
thanks for having me.
No problem. We'll have to have you back again sometime.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll have your wife on again.
In between her busy work schedule.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
One day.
Well, she'll be on when we go to Lansing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that in the next couple episodes.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. But thanks again, Justin. Appreciate you coming by, man.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. We hope you come back for our next episode.